this guy, you would think, would have the home turf advantage here, but it seems the fans were a lot more welcoming to Scott Burns.
Absolutely. I mean, Scott Burns obviously has got that storied amateur background, so perhaps our wrestling smart fans here in Liverpool already know that. Or perhaps it's just because Gene Taylor is wearing Norwich colours in Liverpool.
Well, yeah, perhaps not a wise idea.
That's not going to endear you to these rabid Liverpudlians, ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you that. Gene Taylor, however, I've been told a lot about by Pat that this guy, he basically said, imagine John Cena turned up. Well, whatever the hell that's going to look like, we're going to find out tonight.
Oh, well, there
my
you go.
words.
What a star.
Scott Burns with a vicious neckbreaker, not wasting any time whatsoever. The traditional handshake for new competitors here in E.F.W. completely ignored there.
Well,
Finally, Gary.
Just thrown out straight away. Scott Burns wanting to get down to business.
Scott Burns there with a beautiful, beautiful gut wrench suplex. That arch was absolutely textbook. Oh, planning DDT. These fans not happy with the way Burns has kicked off this match.
Well, no.
But it's undoubtedly been effective here, Owen.
Most definitely. I mean, Gene Taylor yet to get any offense in to this match.
Oh my word, reverse Hurricane Rana. That's an unusual manoeuvre, you don't see many of them. Scott Burns, clearly sound technician here, as you would expect with that amateur background.
Now going for a submission.
Kind of a modified,
here already.
A modified arm wrench kind of net lock. Oh, vicious kicks after the snapmare by Taylor. Reversed quickly though by Burns. Oh, two-man collide there. Bearing in mind, ladies and gentlemen, these two guys are about as fresh gets.
Well, yeah, I mean, Gene Taylor has not shown much offense here as of yet.
Gene Taylor, oh! After two failed Irish whips, gets a backdrop for his trouble. Taylor could be in trouble here.
But this would be a terrible start to a career, but I mean, someone's got to lose here tonight. Well, you'd think that he'd be putting up a fight.
Well, the canary may have been sent down the mine once too often. Gene Taylor is in trouble here. Backbreaker by Scott Burns, who is in complete control.
Taylor dodging that, but again failing to capitalise here.
But both these men are going to have relative inexperience. This is their first match live. Backbreaker, right on that ring apron, my word, the hardest part of the ring, Erwin.
Oh yeah, I mean, really tough.
I mean, tell the fans, I mean, what does that feel like?
It's horrible. I mean, there's nothing that jars your back worse. It's not a comfortable place to land, that's for sure.
Those kicks to the ribs by Burns, who is making a statement in his debut here. No, not on the outside. Come on,
oh! Word.
God against the ring post. Scott Burns showing a mean streak a mile long there.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Oh, good lord, what a
Taylor,
reversal.
Finally.
Well, Taylor...
getting some offense in here.
With authority, finally getting that piece of offense that he desperately needs.
That powerbomb to the turnbuckle seems to have woken him up a little.
Seems to have pissed Taylor off, quite frankly. Russian leg sweep.
Perhaps a strategy to let the guy gas himself before unfolding him right here.
I'm reminded of that iconic scene in Rocky when Apollo turns to Mickey and goes, he's getting murdered in there, and Mickey turns around to him and goes, no it's not, he's getting angry. Perhaps that's what's happened to Gene Taylor. Perhaps that green is more than football colours tonight.
Oh yeah,
is Taylor hulking up?
Perhaps so.
Oh!
However, Scott Burns again managing to get hold of Taylor, sending him into the corner now.
Oh my word! Wow, that's the most unusual snake eyes I've ever seen.
Yeah, he may have caught the actual outer turnbuckle post with that one.
Oof! Taylor certainly didn't appreciate it, because that was a vicious kick to the gut.
I'd say it seems the worse his attacks are, the more Taylor comes back.
Taylor must be working on adrenaline here. You have to believe that. Scott Burns,
big knee to the face.
although he's in trouble right now, has had the better of this match. Going for a pin here after that knee to the face. Kick out after one. Taylor with the first pin count on the ropes. Adjust his wristband there. And club to the back. And again. Smash mouth style here by Taylor so far. Nothing too fancy.
I mean, nothing pretty from both of these contenders, but Taylor getting back in this match again.
Big double knee breaker over the chest of Scott Burns, and Gene Taylor, who has slowed this match right down, is starting to get a little bit cocky here, and these fans don't appreciate it one bit.
No, not at all. I mean, he's wasting time if you ask me, especially after the onslaught he's taken so far in this match.
Certainly building a little bit of momentum now after the snap mirror with that knee to the spine again, and you can see a tactic coming into play here. The abdomen and the spine.
That lower spine there.
Being the target of Taylor, the primary target at least. Elbow across the neck from the middle rope. And Taylor now is in control. Club to the head.
My word. I don't know what that was, but it looked like it hurt. That could be all for Scott Burns.
Almost like a tornado neck breaker. It's over. It's over. This could be all. No.
Burns is still in it.
Burns kicks out after whatever the hell that maneuver was. Gene Taylor, quicker than he looks. This is a complete unknown with these two men tonight. Countered there. Good counter by Burns. That technical ability shining through again.
Yeah, beautiful reverse DDT.
That's kind of a modified crossface there, Erwin.
Yeah.
The modified crossface. This is
crossface.
Vicious submission maneuver. It's over. Out of absolutely nowhere. Scott Burns with an arm drag crossface.
Well, after a rocky start for Gene Taylor, I've got to say, one hell of a performance for both competitors here tonight.
Absolutely. Gene Taylor got 7 bells kicked out of him and still fought back and give Scott Burns a hell of a fight here tonight. But Scott Burns, with obvious technical flair there, I would say for a debutant here in the E.F.W, took Gene Taylor to the mat and got the submission.
He just saw that opening and went for it. Very wisely done. Great ability to kick out after that tremendous manoeuvre from Gene Taylor.
I personally like to see these two guys get in the gym, maybe get a few pointers from some of the veterans like yourself and GBH perhaps, a really good trainer in his own right, and then perhaps maybe see these guys go again.
That would definitely be something to see. I mean, now they're in the E.F.W, of course, they have access to some of the best trainers we have, which means they can only get better.
Absolutely. I mean, Scott Burns and Gene Taylor, I think, have both got a very positive career ahead of them here in the E.F.W. Scott Burns being the victor tonight, the man from Cleveland. The American beats the lad from Norwich tonight. But what an impressive performance by both men. And a great way to kick off E.F.W tonight in the compound.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, new talent, no idea of really what each of them were going to be capable of in that ring.
Well, I'm willing to bet your first match ever wasn't on live TV either, Erwin.
Well, no, it wasn't. And I mean, we have been having troubles with the broadcast here, but I think finally we're actually running at a slight delay of 82 seconds, but we are live.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, ladies and gentlemen.
I say that and it starts going wonky, but still, we are still broadcasting at least.
Well, after an impressive performance by those two men, we go to one of the most storied rivalries here in E.F.W today. It is a match for the ages. I can't believe this isn't the main event, Erwin. I seriously cannot believe that this is not the main event. Well, it's Sakamoto Dixon versus Riley Patterson in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Well, yeah, what a rivalry these two have had, which has kind of led to this. I mean, of course, I can't name Matsuda being a part of that as well.
Well, absolutely. I mean, and the other added kind of ace in the hole, really, of this match tonight, Erwin, please do bear in mind that although Cynthia Violet is the current #1 contender for the E.F.W Women's Heavyweight Championship, and she will get a shot tonight against Faria in our main event. The winner of this match between Sakamoto Dixon and Riley Patterson will face the winner of the match between Faria and Cynthia Violet.
Well, yeah, and that makes it even more interesting, because that means this is essentially the #1 contendership spot in this matchup.
And you really couldn't, in fairness, whatever you think about this young lady, you really couldn't think of a more worthy contender than Sakamoto Dixon to hold that coveted #1 contendership spot. A lot of people in the back, including me, I might add, think that this young lady is the next big thing in female wrestling today.
Well, I mean, of course,
women's wrestling today.
Finally getting that match that she's been deserving of for so long here. But yeah, Sakamoto Dixon, Riley Patterson, these two, both of them, I think, should be the next #1 contender, and of course this is why this match has taken place. There's no way to have them both unless they made it a triple threat.
Absolutely, I mean,
it seems there's no interest in that for a women's title as of yet.
Well, neither of these ladies, as you quite rightly say, have held gold. It only seems to be a matter of time. Dixon and Taylor Tate, 5'9", 135 pounds from Bangkok, Thailand, with one of the longest entrances in E.F.W today. I actually heard a story that one of the producers asked Saka to cut this entrance down a little bit, and she threw coffee in his face. So I think that was a no. I'm not sure. Sakamoto Dixon plays to the beat of her own drum. That New Japan veteran wanting to make a name for herself here in the E.F.W. Many people have speculated that when, as you said before, that new influx of talent, and it's only a matter of time before some of these guys on the current E.F.W roster are going to be moving up to the NEW. Well, could Sakamoto Dixon be one of those names?
Of course, there are still not so much gaps in the roster, but definitely opportunity to move some talent in. And yeah, you've got to question which people Adrian Goldman really has his eyes on from the E.F.W. with such a great pool of talent to choose from.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's only positive news really here in the E.F.W tonight, and I am expecting an absolute clinic between these two ladies. I think as Sakamoto Dixon, with her traditional stretches signifying the end of her entrance, and she's ready to go, we await the students, Terry Funk, Riley Patterson. These two guys, well, from day one they've been at each other's throats, Erwin.
Well, yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, of course, Akane Matsuda being thrown into that mix against Riley Patterson as well. But it seems that this has heated up more so than that.
Absolutely, I think Akane and Patterson beat some respect into each other, and these two guys haven't quite got there yet. Well, they might do tonight. Riley Patterson tail of the tape at 5'7" and 135 pounds, so a slight height disadvantage to Dixon from Wokro, Poland, the student of the insane hardcore icon Terry Funk. Riley Patterson. There's a very proud Mr. Funk in the back tonight, watching his girl go. And what an honour it is to have Terry with us here tonight. Riley Patterson, the boxer, fantastic amateur boxing record, 42-1 amateur boxing career. That's an amazing start.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The hard strikes of both these ladies.
60 minutes.
60 minutes
are allowed in this match.
2 out of 3 falls. So if it's 1-1 and then we run out of time, it's a draw, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's it. That's how it's going to fall down.
Dixon, the better of the starts. Backdrop. Oh! Kick to the heart, those vicious strikes. The queen of strong style, Sakamoto Dixon, against, well, the crazy Riley Patterson.
Well, yeah, she's got that never say die attitude, just like her master has taught her, I guess.
Oh God!
Reverse suplex there, and of course, we always question that knee brace that Sakamoto Dixon is using right now.
Well, I mean, I know every competitor in the E.F.W. and the NEW has a medical checkup at least every couple of months as standard to make sure they're as healthy as humanly possible, and there have been, as far as I'm aware, obviously those meetings are confidential, but as far as I'm aware there have been no murmurs regarding Dixon's knee brace, but you know, that's something that she's smart enough to hide.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it may be there for medical purposes, but she definitely utilises it in her matches.
Oh, vicious, right, vicious. I mean, oh, the kick as well. I'm not sure she got all of it. Patterson countered though, but a counter again by Dixon. Oh, inverted DDT. These two guys trying to get a feel of each other in the early outgoings of this matchup. Dixon getting the better of that exchange.
But Riley's still getting back up to her feet. There's going to be a lot of fight left in her yet.
No, in the corner, racking up the numbers. 10 shots straight to the head.
An absolutely brutal assault here from Sakamoto Dixon to begin with. Riley struggling to get any offense in.
Big flying
Dodged
elbow.
that, though, I think.
I don't think Dixon connected with that elbow. Patterson got up, but the Irish whip into the corner. Dixon recovered quicker. That technical ability. Oh my word! Shot to the head. Vicious right. Oh wait a minute! No, come on, come on. I know you guys. Oh God!
Word.
I think that was a fisherman's from the top. I've never seen that done before, Owen. That could be the first fall right here now. Here and now.
Well, yeah, that could definitely be the end. But Riley trying to get to her knees, surprisingly, after that attack.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, while there is life, there is fight. And Riley Patterson, Sakamoto Dixon might just have to knock this lady out to keep her on her back. These guys both want to be women's heavyweight champions so much. It is literally their ambition in life. My God!
Well, it was like a reverse suplex again.
Well, inverted reverse suplex. Yeah, I mean, Patterson landing face first on that mat, and you saw Dixon, it has to be said, cradling that knee after the suplex, but she immediately used it as a weapon against Patterson. Seconds after she had her knee in the hands.
Well, maybe,
oh God!
maybe just adjusting it.
Shitsaka!
Maybe just adjusting.
That has to be the first fall. It has to be. It is. 1-0 Dixon. This match continues. Best 2 out of 3. Patterson has to come back, and she does with a great aplomb. What a backdrop by Riley Patterson. Dixon is in control, and on the outside, and using that barrier, that steel barrier, the spine of Riley Patterson.
Patterson in big trouble here.
Bob Hooper, senior official E.F.W. On the outside, not much he can do on the out except make the count. This could be all. Wave a fin, no! Kick out! That must have been a 2.9. Turner runs out the way because Dixon looked like she was gonna kill him. Oh, Hurricane ran around of nowhere on that wave of fin, Matt Owen. My God!
Just exploding.
Dear Lord, from nowhere.
Huge Hurricane Rana followed up by an elbow to the head. May have caught Sakamoto off enough, but
not enough. Dixon kicks out after 2. Barely a 2. Oh, inside cradle! Inside cradle!
Beautifully done.
No!
Only a 1 again.
Turner's running. Was way too long there. He's got back in the ring. I think that's a smart decision. These two girls aren't done yet. Count again. 2. Get out of the way, Turner.
And of course it's become an uphill struggle here for Riley Patterson to try and get things at least back to a draw.
Well, yeah, Riley Patterson, the pressure is all on her now. And Sakamoto Dixon with those vicious knees to the shoulder and the head of Riley Patterson, just dissecting the student of Funk U.
And she has tried here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Patterson has put up a valiant fight, no question. But Dixon is looking to be in control here. Oh God, overhead, inverted suplex on the outside. That's a 2-inch mat at best, and that's wood underneath. This could be all. This could be a clean run. No! No! Riley Patterson!
She's just refusing to go down for a second time.
She just but, well, I'm not quite sure if it's common sense to quite oh no, come on, not another. No, oh shit, Saka! What a hellacious Saka that was! That's gotta be it! It is! Sakamoto Dixon
with a clean sweep.
Surprising clean sweep against Riley Patterson, who, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, put up a hell of a fight tonight. But Sakamoto Dixon seemed to have her number. It took 2 Chinsakas, it took a fisherman suplex off the top rope, it took another fisherman suplex on the outside and a Shinsaka on the outside to keep Patterson down. But look at that suplex, look at that suplex, that's a 2-inch mat.
Onto those mats.
Patterson somehow kicked out after a 2.9.5. Look how close this is. Oh look, just wafer thin. But there we go. One of the most hellacious Shinsakas I've ever seen. Kept Patterson down. Sakamoto Dixon is the new, well, in everything but name, #1 contender for the Women's Championship.
Yeah, and that means big things for the two that go at it in the main event tonight. They've got to know in the back of their mind,
absolutely,
if they win, they've got Sakamoto Dixon next.
Barrier and Cynthia Violet must have both watched that match with great interest, because Riley Patterson, one of the great up-and-coming female competitors here in the E.F.W, just got took to school, quite frankly, tonight against Sakamoto Dixon. What a match that was. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the craziness continues in the tag team match. An unusual thing to see here in the E.F.W, but we're going to see it tonight. Dallas Rage and Crazy Hammer, two fierce enemies in the past, are going to be teaming up tonight, Erwin, versus a brand new team of Ray Sullivan and the ever-injured Wade Nelson.
Yeah, I mean, Wade Nelson seemingly never taking a night off here. I mean, wow,
that kid should put that on a t-shirt.
He's fought some hellacious matches as well.
Absolutely, Wade Nelson has earned the respect of every single man, barring the Reaper, it should be said, in that locker room for his tenacity and his fighting spirit and his never say die attitude. Wade Nelson has it all in abundance. Dallas Rage and Crazy Hammer, while both those guys have had a history, it's fair to say, here in the E.F.W, but perhaps, Erwin, they've beaten some respect into each other.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just got to...
If they can work effectively as a team, they could be unstoppable.
And I mean, the E.F.W locker room has been ablaze with how much everyone seems to be loving Crazy Hammer as of late. Dallas Rage seems to have taken him under his wing almost after those hellacious matches, as you mentioned.
Well, both
seems to have said, you know, this guy's not actually all that bad, he's just one mean motherfucker.
Yeah, aptly put. Dallas Rage jogs to the ring as normal. Crazy Hammer marches to his own music tonight, so they're not entering as a team, Erwin.
Well, no, I mean, I guess it's just being used to being individuals coming out here separate. I imagine Ray Sullivan and his partner Wade Nelson will also do the same. But you got to wonder what kind of situation Wade Nelson is in. He's had some good victories, but my God, he just doesn't seem. And well, hang on a second, that T-shirt says it all.
Crazy Hammer with a I Got Over T-shirt, a new wardrobe. Well, it's hard to argue with. This man from Japan has been well received, the veteran from New Japan, coming over against all the odds and, well, getting over
it. Yeah, essentially. I mean,
everyone loves Crazy Hammer.
That I can hear. They're all big fans now. And why not? I mean, this guy's just, his name says it all. He is an absolute hammer, and he is crazy.
Absolutely. I've been told as well by the guys in the back that tonight this team is calling themselves Hammer Rage.
Well, I reckon Ray Sullivan and Wade Nelson may have their work cut out for them tonight. Trying to drive Dallas Rage through a table must be like a nigh on impossible feat.
Oh yeah, we did fail to mention that, ladies and gentlemen. This is not just a tag team match, it's a tables tag team match. Ray Sullivan, the two-time All-American from Kingstown, Jamaica. The powerhouse. Ray Sullivan. He's all man, I'm telling you where it is, Ray Sullivan.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not doubting his ability in the ring for a second, nor that of Wade Nelson. It's just those injuries of Wade Nelson must be catching up with him. I mean, he still hasn't recovered from the brutality he suffered at the hands of the Reaper on his first night here.
Well, that's probably because it's been added to every single night since Wade Nelson has took some tremendous punishment, and that may be a factor in this night. Not that it seems to stop Wade Nelson giving it a go.
Seems to slowly be becoming the Mick Foley of E.F.W. There's this man right here.
Quite an accolade indeed. Wade Nelson would be happy to have a quarter of the career of the hardcore legend Mick Foley. Wade Nelson comes to the ring. Well, there you can see it, ladies and gentlemen. The injury is piling up to this young man.
His attire looking a bit more tattered than normal as well.
Clearly a bit slower than usual. Wade Nelson. These fans showing their appreciation. Well, frankly, for this guy, cojones, to even consider wrestling in the condition that this man is in.
And again, considering those injuries, he's pulled off some incredible victories along his way. But again, look who he's in the ring with now.
Well, Nelson, a tornado tag rules apply, ladies and gentlemen. In this tables match, the first man to be put through a table
Nelson questionably going for Rage
loses
here.
it for their team. Oh. Yeah, Crazy Hammer going for Sullivan. Nelson and Rage fighting it out.
Oh, what a bulldog.
Oh. I'll let you focus on Crazy Hammer. I know you like it. Oh.
Crazy Hammer though. Getting reverse DDT there by Ray Sullivan.
Meanwhile, Nelson might be looking to finish off Rage quickly. Inverted powerbomb right on the head.
That's incredible strength from Wade Nelson.
Absolutely incredible strength. Dallas Rage is 260 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. He's not a light man.
Ray Sullivan, meanwhile, going to work on Crazy Hammer here.
What a clothesline.
But Rage realising, interrupts. Wade Nelson now dangerously close to a table.
Yeah, those tables on either side of the ring already been set up, and that doesn't mean they can't be used. We've seen that before in the E.F.W.
Powerbomb and an elbow from Crazy Hammer there.
Well, Crazy Hammer with the Hammer Time elbow. The ridiculously over elbow drop. I mean, it makes the people's elbow look frankly unspectacular. Does the Hammer Time elbow drop? Oh, DDT here. Oh no, wait a minute. Rage changed his mind. Nelson counters. What a beautiful counter that was.
Oh, the Hurricane Rana. almost going through that table that Hammer just set up.
I honestly thought he was going to go through that table. Nelson with the Irish whip. Oh, onto Crazy Hammer, who over or not is in trouble here, Owen.
Well, yeah, maybe his kind of slight stature meant that table did not give way just then, which is lucky for him, because it would have been all over.
Oh, springboard! Oh.
Accidentally caught Ray Sullivan.
Yes, he did. Nelson completely missing his target there and took out his pack there.
Well, if it was accidental,
oh, we hope so.
I would imagine so.
I don't think Ray Sullivan's going to take it personally,
well,
because
he had
Nelson
a bit of a staring contest for a moment there,
but then
he was
right back to it. Sullivan's a professional, a two-time All-American. He will appreciate that accidents happen, Owen. Planning DDT by Wade Nelson. There's been rumours that E.F.W are going to follow suit and one day have their own tag team division.
Well, that
perhaps
could be very interesting to see.
Oh, perhaps this is an early sign of things to come. Oh, we've got to get the NEW one sorted out first.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Crazy Hammer and Dallas Rose surprisingly not doing too well at this moment in time.
Right, well, yeah, I mean, you've got to be impressed that essentially Crazy Hammer has took out Wade Nelson, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
And now Dallas Rage is essentially fighting on his own between two men you would not want to be stuck between and a table.
Well, Crazy Hammer finally getting in there for his partner, but not after the damage was done.
Yeah, Sullivan.
Hammer's the only one left in the ring.
Listen to the fans cheering Crazy Hammer, who was quite, for a moment there, was last man standing. And those fans loved it.
But once again, back in trouble. He's being pushed up the rampway.
And Ray Sullivan being booed unmercifully after his shots to the incredibly popular Crazy Hammer.
Oh, I thought they were going for a double team.
Oh my God, what a suplex! On the wood! On the pine!
Nelson has gone back to Rage, who is now in the ring, where a table has been set up. The teams stand divided. Oh my
Rage! God!
Launched Nelson out of the ring.
Oh, word! Meanwhile, bloody Sullivan is just picking apart after well, I think it was more almost like a body slam.
Oh yeah, like a Beal almost. Oh, neckbreaker from Rage. Nelson in trouble, but so is Hammer.
Sullivan finally getting Crazy Hammer closer to the ring, but the damage may have already been done. There's no mats out there, ladies and gentlemen. It's just pine.
Well, Hammer's now dangerously close to that table. Ray Sullivan picking him up. Rage may have seen it though.
All four men for the first time in a while now back in the ring.
I think Rage just distracted Ray Sullivan enough there by re-entering the ring for Hammer to get his whereabouts behind. Oh, yeah.
Well, Crazy Hammer, and in professional wrestling terms, Crazy Hammer is the veteran in this match by some distance.
And Nelson cuts any advantage he had off as he realised his tag team powers in total.
The rest of these men, relative rookies in comparison. Oh, what a suplex there. From the ground, great power by Dallas Rage, who gets rid of that table wisely so, in my opinion.
And look at that from Wade Nelson.
Picks up a fresh one. I think that was the same table. We've seen that before as well, Owen, weakening those tables.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure which table that is, but it does look like it's the weaker one.
Oh my word!
Both back out again after that manoeuvre from Wade Nelson. Rage, not quite his normal self here, it seems.
Sullivan.
Oh my God, what strength!
Oh God, Samoa drop right on the table. My God, Rage's head bounced off that wood.
It seems here tonight Nelson and Sullivan are working in far more unison than Hammer and Rage have been.
Yeah, Nelson and Sullivan here have looked impressive as a team. Hammer and Rage have looked, well, far more individual. You're quite right in that respect, Erwin. They have not shown a cohesive team unit yet. Nelson and Sullivan, despite a bit of miscommunication earlier in this match, have worked well together.
Oh, crazy hammer there. A set-out buster of whatever kind it is.
Well, the Rage Train!
Oh.
Sullivan's gonna feel that in the morning.
Well, I hope he had all the children he wanted to, because he might never get any more. I'm surprised he's still standing.
I'm sure Sullivan's sperm will that accomplished. And a few hours of training and they'll be good to go. You could have a fleet of children. It's Ray Sullivan, goddammit.
And Hammer just being assaulted with that table.
Crazy Hammer in trouble. Those shots to the table. Wade Nelson feeling the groove at this capacity crowd in the compound in Liverpool. We thank the lively Liverpudlians once again for joining us in what has been a hellacious night so far in E.F.W.
What a match here that we're seeing. Both tables now in the ring. All competitors outside of the ring.
Exactly where they don't need to be. One of these men is going to taste some wood before this night is over. Not quite sure how that sounded. Wade Nelson and Dallas Rage now fighting in the ring.
Sullivan and Hammer on the outside.
Oh, planning DDT, tornado DDT, right from that top rope.
Oh, and Sullivan is just picking apart Crazy Hammer tonight.
Oh, and another. We're going round the world with all these DDTs with Wade Nelson at the moment.
And the fans just jeering them, wanting Hammer and Rage to make a huge comeback.
Wade Nelson and Ray Sullivan can't be used to this. Wade Nelson, until this match, ladies and gentlemen, would have been classed as a firm fan favourite. I mean, the same could really be said for Ray Sullivan, who's always been well received here by the E.F.W. faithful. Tonight, it's pretty obvious that everyone is in Crazy Hammer and Dallas Rage's corner. Every shot that these men are delivering to Rage or Hammer, especially Hammer, is being met with a chorus of boos.
Oh yeah, I think it just goes to show how over Rage and Hammer really are here in the E.F.W. Oh, Wade Nelson.
This is the first time I've ever heard any fan boo Wade Nelson. The springboard. I'm not quite sure if the young man knows what to make of it. Springboard 450. A fantastic piece of athleticism. Ray Sullivan is seemingly oblivious to the boos. I mean, he's been a professional athlete most of his adult life, so I'm sure he's used to this kind of reception in hostile crowds. He's got to make sure his young partner doesn't let it get inside his head tonight, Erwin. Oh, wait a minute, Sullivan! Oh, right through the table! My God! Just like that!
Slamming it all over.
Just like that! What power! What power by Ray Sullivan!
Tied up with Wade Nelson there.
Well, it's about as popular as syphilis with the E.F.W. faithful, but Ray Sullivan and Wade Nelson have just picked up an impressive victory here against Hammer Rage. Dallas Rage and Crazy Hammer.
I mean, you've got to question if this was a different stipulation, you know, if it was a normal tag team match, would this have turned out differently? However, these two, what a cohesive unit they were tonight, and just dismantled Hammer and Rage.
Really
to
impressive.
Everyone's surprise.
Ray Sullivan and Wade Nelson seem to be a naturally good team here tonight, and as far as I'm aware, the first time that these two men have teamed up, the veteran and the rookie, to some respects. I mean, you could see Sullivan there telling Nelson to keep his head, and literally seconds after that, Sullivan put Crazy Hammer through that table with authority.
Well, incredible result there.
And coming next, ladies and gentlemen, for no other reason that I can see but to try and weaken our current E.F.W. World Heavyweight Champion. They put him in a false count triple threat match tonight against his #1 contender Isaac Thompson and Thompson's best friend, the Dog.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Why don't they just make it a handicap match and be done with it, Erwin?
Well, he's already had one of them and he won. I mean, what would be the point? It's one of those, I mean, you've got to start questioning, will it take everyone in the E.F.W. roster in a battle royale to get rid of this guy's championship reign? It's been absolutely phenomenal.
It seems to have become a quiet personal quest of the E.F.W. hierarchy to dethrone the Reaper as soon as humanly possible as champion, merely to save the lives of the other competitors, it seems.
Well, the Reaper answers to no man, so maybe they're not too happy with the fact that he's essentially gone into business for himself here.
While the Reaper's assaults on pretty much every competitor he's beaten hasn't helped his stock either in the back, we welcome the #1 contender, the big man from Bucharest, Romania, Isaac Thompson, standing in at 6'4" and 259 pounds. This guy may be the company's biggest and best hope to dethrone the Reaper.
Well, yeah, of course. He's got that essentially money in the bank stipulation now that he can claim that title shot whenever he pleases.
It is valid for a year, in a hellacious ladder match that he won, to a lot of people's surprise. It was against Crazy Hammer and Dallas Rage, if memory serves, and Sullivan as well, for that matter. Isaac Thompson was the victor. No one expected it, but this was the guy. And ever since, he's been on a hell of a roll.
You've got to question whether he can do it here tonight.
And you saw the look in his face there as he sees this man who he knows at some point he will have to face for the E.F.W. World Heavyweight Championship. We welcome from the very pits of hell itself, standing in at 5'9" and 257 pounds, the Reaper.
And again, the streak this guy's been on has been incredible.
Undefeated, Erwin. Undefeated in the E.F.W. He's been in handicapped matches, for God's sake, and he has still not lost a match. It was 3 matches until he had any offense against him.
Well,
the Reaper is a freak. He's not human.
Well, that's it. I mean, he's not the biggest, he's not the heaviest guy here in the E.F.W. But he has been the best. There is no argument there.
There are taller and there are heavier and there are arguably stronger men, but there are any more possessed than the Reaper. Well, perhaps possibly one more insane from Memphis, Tennessee, from 6'3", 220 pounds, and a lot better athlete than a lot of people give him credit for. Trained by the legendary Al Snow, the Dog.
And of course, all 3 of these men have gone at it once or twice before. No stranger to each other.
Absolutely, Isaac Thompson and the Dog and the Reaper have all faced off times here in the E.F.W. before, as is the small nature of the organisation so far. It's still developing talents. You saw 2 new men tonight, you'll see 2 new women tomorrow. Such is the name of the game here now in the E.F.W. And the Reaper immediately going for Thompson, as you would expect.
Well, yeah, no surprise there. The #1 contender must be on the Reaper's mind.
Oh well, the Reaper here looking for a little bit of old school.
Missed with a clothesline there, though.
Shades of the Undertaker. Oh! The Reaper. There's actually been a hell of a lot of comparisons between the Reaper and the Dead Man.
Isaac Thompson there, though, putting him on the outside, but choosing to go for the Dog.
The Dog and Isaac comparisons. Isaac Thompson, excuse me. Isaac comparisons. Big boot! Big boot by Thompson.
Well, the Reaper's on the outside after that one.
Oh, good lord. I mean, this match could go either way, ladies and gentlemen. Between three competitors, the wild card. I mean, bearing in mind, the Reaper's undefeated streak is also under threat here tonight, because he doesn't have to be involved in the pin to lose.
Well, no, that's very true.
What a running DDT that was. The shades of The Undertaker as well.
And you've got to wonder, it is false count anywhere, of course, where the hell this one's going to end up.
You've got to wonder, how old is the Reaper? Because is this guy just like Undertaker's love child? I mean, well, that would explain a lot.
He does look rather young in the face. That's for sure.
Maybe he's the son of the Phenom, who knows? I don't want that lawsuit, I'm not making that connection. The Reaper, I'm getting shouted at in my headset, I'm going to stop talking now. The Reaper and the dog.
Oh, Isaac Thompson interrupting.
My word. The dog.
Oh, and Isaac Thompson took out the referee.
He took out Turner. Turner's down. Shitopa won't be happy. Oh, that means I'm going to have to sit in about 4 referee union meetings this week. The dog now attacking the Reaper, making his presence known in this match.
Thompson breaking things up there.
Why did you give referees a union? That's what I want to know. Isaac Thompson being countered by the dog. Oh, the Reaper. Oh, being countered himself by Thompson.
Oh, delivers a clothesline straight from where he's from.
Maybe this is management's plan. I mean, you know, as I mentioned before, he doesn't have to get pinned to lose tonight, and maybe they're hoping one of these other guys will lose without the Reaper being involved.
To give him that, to nullify him from that streak.
Well, yeah, and you know, maybe just to knock a bit of that confidence, knock one of the many chips off that guy's shoulder. Perhaps this is the idea behind it. The Reaper not having any of it so far. Bearing in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is oh my God, what a clothesline!
Saw the dog.
What a hellacious clothesline that was! The Reaper saw him coming, and the dog took a tumble on the spine. My word! This falls count anywhere match.
Going
right
west.
Up
the ramp so far. I call it a ramp. It is just an opening for these guys to come out.
You know, I've always felt we should put some extra mats out here for matches like this. I mean, it's only a matter of time before delinquents like the dog Isaac Thompson and the Reaper. Oh my God, they just bulldogged Thompson. That was a cheap shot. Thompson.
Dog's a clothesline that time, does the dog?
Yes, the dog, yes, fall on slam on the wad. How do you like that, Reaper? How do you like them apples?
Well, he seems to be more annoyed by it than anything else.
Fighting back again. My God, what a match this has been.
Oh my word.
The taps a bell. Let's get very gets a bell.
Well, it wasn't the Dominator we were used to, but
my God,
Jesus, did that do the trick?
That wasn't a Dominator. That was just a modified pile driver straight on the head on the wood. The dog's unconscious. That's the only way to describe it. The dog is dead. He's not moved. There he is. He's alive. Thank the Lord. He's actually alive. Right, Isaac Thompson and the dog. How is the dog moving?
No idea.
That's a tough son of a bitch right there. The dog has no right to be moving right now. Isaac, I'm happy he is, don't get me wrong. The Reaper and Isaac Thompson at the top of this, let's just call it a ramp. The wooden platform that the people...
For simplicity's sake.
I mean, Thompson and the Reaper not getting that far as of yet. Focusing on the dog. Oh!
The dog just bounding in with an elbow drop. But again.
Oh! The dog. Oh my word, what a right hand. What a vicious right hand. I mean, the dog trying to get a little bit of vengeance. All he got was knocked out again for his trouble. Oh, come on. How much pain and suffering do you want to inflict on one man?
Went for a big boot, but
Oh,
didn't quite
misses.
get it.
Flying lariat, the dog nips off, showing some spirit of his own.
But again, the Reaper.
What a counter. Isaac Thompson. The champion's main rival really in this match, being bested in the right and left. Oh, wait a minute. Oh God!
Word.
Get to hell!
Vicious Uranagi. And now we've seen this before.
Oh come on! No!
He's setting him up on his shoulders. That's
Oh,
what he
God.
did to the dog.
It's over. It is over.
But no, Isaac Thompson somehow.
How the hell did Isaac Thompson get up? How did he get up? Oh, Carles! The big brute from Romania is still in this thing.
And he's taking it to the
Oh
Reaper.
God, Samoan drop. Part of the Reaper landed on the dog who's still out.
The Reaper
Carles is
gets
on
out of that with a huge DDT.
Bloody DDT, I think that's busted. Isaac Thompson wide open.
And the Reaper just staring at the dog. Oh!
Oh God, get to hell! Get to hell with authority on the dog. Isaac Thompson and the dog have been disemboweled by the Reaper.
Oh, and here we go. There's the
Dominator! Dear God, it's over.
onto the
It is
wood.
over.
The referee.
Mercifully, the dog.
Oh.
The dog.
The dog does
Why
not
would-
want this to end.
Why would you do that? The dog stupidly breaks up the pin, and the Reaper is furious.
I can't
You
believe
shouldn't laugh. Oh God!
just the
What a
fight from the
bastard
dog has been
grab!
so traumatic.
Bastard grab!
dramatic.
The dog refusing to tap out. Isaac Thompson still unconscious from the Dominator. Starting to stir a little now. The dog now is just having
Well, it seems
piles
like
of misery
he's
piled
caught
onto
the
him.
attention. I don't know if he really should have wanted it, but he's got the attention of the Reaper.
Oddly Lord, Isaac Thompson got back up. They get knocked right back down.
And now he's just driving the face.
Oh, God.
my word.
Curb stomp. Curb stomp with authority.
Onto wood.
The dog's busted open. The Reaper's just dismantled them. Absolutely dismantled them. Oh dear Lord, Dominator. Bye bye. Oh come on, not again. Isaac Thompson misses.
Oh,
Misses
too
twice.
disorientated to break it up.
Good.
Once again, the Reaper's streak continues after
Unbelievable.
a brutal match there.
Absolutely unbelievable. Turner being told to get out the ring by a current E.F.W. World Heavyweight Champion, the Reaper. He wants this moment to himself.
And surprisingly,
My
not
God.
assaulting them anymore. What a match.
I'm not sure if the dog or Isaac Thompson could have taken any more. It was a hellacious match, but my God, who can stop the Reaper?
Exactly, that is the question. What does it take to topple him from the E.F.W. Championship?
I mean, come on, let's be honest, Erwin. That was a triple threat in name only. The dog and Isaac Thompson are genuinely good friends backstage. I know we're not supposed to say that, but they are.
Well, yeah, I mean, they tried.
And they got murdered. They got murdered by the Reaper.
I've seen beheading videos that were less brutal than what I have just witnessed right here.
Well, we're gonna get ladders over that. Come here. Well, whatever you may think. I mean, my God.
Don't get me wrong, I don't choose to watch these things. It's just people kind of shove a phone in your face and go, "Have you seen this?" And you're like, "Oh dear God." But this one I chose to watch, and I'm still like, "Oh dear God." And what the hell is next? I mean, I seriously think it might take the entire locker room in a match, but then there's no kind of handicap that would allow that.
Oh,
it would have to be every man for himself.
It would have to be,
and that's where it breaks down.
Well, you know, I mean, well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, the speculation about the Reaper, the current E.F.W champion, will no doubt continue on into the night, but we have to now focus our attention on our main event tonight. It is a submission match for the E.F.W Women's Heavyweight Championship of the World, and we welcome the challenger, the Red Dragon Awakened, Cynthia Violet, 5'5", 135 pounds, from Seattle, Washington. What a streak this lady's been on, bearing in mind her when she's already beat the women's champion to earn this match, to earn it.
Well, yeah, Cynthia Violet has had a hell of a performance in the E.F.W since debuting here, and has earned this shot and has been holding on to it for so long, just waiting. I mean, it was back when Rachel Romey was the champion.
Absolutely.
She got this shot. However, Farrier getting the shot instead. Down to management decisions at the time, it seems. But now, Violet has her opportunity. She just has to make Farrier tap.
Well, yeah, I mean, easier said than done. We await. Sorry,
we know Farrier to be one who enters the ring in a style that means you can't really predict what kind of condition she's in, what she's going to inflict on you in that ring, which has definitely worked to her advantage and helped her gain that title that is now around her waist.
Yeah, Farrier with, well, frankly, what could only be described as zombie imitation on the way to the ring. Playing possum is not the word, ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you that, because once that bell goes, so does this, well, act. The current women's champion, her first defence of the belt against Cynthia Violet in this submission match, stands at 5'8" and 152 pounds, so has the height and weight advantage over the Red Dragon from Lisbon, Portugal. Also a sound mat technician. Both of these ladies very good on the mat.
Well, yeah, I mean,
which is what you need in a submissions match.
I think we've seen submissions from both of them. The question is, whose is stronger? Who will prevail here tonight? Can Farrier hold on to that title?
A good submissions match, ladies and gentlemen, generally falls down to who has the superior technical ability. And between Cynthia Violet and Farrier, in my opinion, that one is too close to call.
Well, let's not forget, this is Farrier's first title defence since she won that belt from Rachel Romey.
You see the E.F.W women's title there, around the waist.
I think we're about to see if it was just a fluke. Because of course we know the story of Romey, her career as champion was not a great one, and she's probably looking to make amends to that.
It's a very good point. Rachel Romey's career definitely took a downward spiral after she won the title. Will the same championship curse happen to Farrier tonight? Cynthia Violet getting cheered by the fans. Farrier, who is about to raise her title, looking around to the... Gets a pretty decent reaction herself, it has to be said, Owen.
Well, yeah, quite surprising considering... well, almost unsurprising, because if you just take the skill in the ring, she has been phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I mean, she does take some liberties with some cheap shots.
Well, who doesn't? All the best cheats.
Well, that's a very good point. Who doesn't nowadays? I mean...
I know you all try to pit yourself against this white meat baby face, but we all know you cheat to win. Farrier and Cynthia Violet kick off this match. Oh, big shoulder block. You and I aren't that different in the end, Erwin. You may want to deny it.
I had nothing to do with Red coming down to the ring last night, and I am going to ask for a rematch where he cannot interfere.
Yeah, well. Farrier and Cynthia Violet. Ended out pretty well for you, that one, though, didn't it, buddy? Cynthia Violet now getting the better of Farrier early on in this matchup. The Red Dragon knows what has to be done here in this submission match tonight.
Yeah, Cynthia Violet, very determined to get this title. Very tough competitor. But Farrier, of course, skills of her own.
Farrier, and of course, all zombie acts now forgotten.
Well, yeah,
Violet counters beautifully. Oh, what a backdrop suplex by the Red Dragon. Oh, kick to the sternum. And another vicious forearm smashes to the back of the head of the current champion, who's in trouble here. The Red Dragon seems to have a well scouted so far in this matchup, Erwin.
Yelling at her there.
Oh!
Absolute fury from Violet.
Bridge suplex, beautiful overhead.
Oh wait, here we go.
We're going for the first submission of the night. Turn us down.
Incredible pressure on the arms and neck there.
Farrier says no and counters quickly. The kick to the head, that was a fantastic counter by Farrier, getting out of that submission as quickly as possible.
Oh yeah, brilliant move.
Oh, here we go, speaking of submissions. Oh, look at that, I've not seen that in a while.
Very old school, but not enough